great use for the adjustable zipper foot is attaching decorative ribbon. Decorative ribbon is very popular right now, and it's a fun and great accent to whether it's a garment or whether it's a tote bag or some type of craft project. The first thing I'm going to do is make sure that I have the feed dog adjustment set on that heavy setting to accommodate for that ribbon. And then I am going to lengthen out my stitch length to 3 inches. I've aligned the blade or that outside rim of my presser foot right along that ribbon, and I did mark my fabric for my first set of, or my first marking line to guide my ribbon. I'm just going to sew and start stitching really, really close. My goal is to make sure that that needle comes just right along the edge of that trim. So I'm going to adjust the presser foot so that it's just a little bit to the left of the edge of my trim, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew down the side of my trim, making sure that I keep the edge of it aligned with that marking on my fabric. I'm going to keep sewing to the end, and once I get to the end, I am going to go ahead and trim or use a thread cutter to trim, and then I can adjust the guide one more time to accommodate. So I've come down this side. Now if I adjust the guide so that it comes to the left, I don't have to flip my fabric the other way around, which is something I really kind of want to avoid doing, because when you flip fabric backwards and forwards, sometimes what will happen is you'll get puckers, or the fabric may gather a little bit. So by being able to adjust the presser foot, it actually makes the process a whole lot more accurate and a whole lot easier. So I'm coming to the end of the first piece of ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and trim again, and now you can see that my first piece of ribbon has been attached. To attach my second piece of ribbon, I'm going to place the ribbon to the left, and I'm going to go ahead and again guide that edge of that presser foot along the edge of the ribbon and stitch down the left side of the ribbon, making sure I'm keeping my line as straight as possible as I'm stitching. Again, you control the speed of the machine by how much you press on that foot control. So again, on this type of decorative technique, I'm going to go a little bit slower, use that thread cutter, and then we're going to be on the right side, so we have to adjust our guide over. And we're going to adjust our guide over so that we can line up against the edge of that trim. And if I use my needle down, you can see that I didn't move the guide far enough to the left that my needle is going to hit the edge of that presser foot. So I think it's always wise to test before you start to sew, because it's real easy to get in a hurry, and next thing you know, you are breaking a needle because you did not adjust the guide to the correct position. Okay, there I'm clear, so I'm set to go, and I'm going to go ahead and sew down that other side of my ribbon, making sure I'm sewing at an even, consistent speed, not going too fast, because I want to be accurate. I'm at the end. The thread cutter comes in handy. Lift the presser foot, and here you go. You have beautifully attached ribbon on cotton velveteen, and you can see that I have no puckers and I have no gathers. So the Baby Lock Accomplish and the adjustable zipper foot are the ideal type of system to use for this type of decorative work.